Hello and welcome back to round 2 coverage from the 2024 United States Disc Golf Championship presented by Innova Disc Golf. We are here in Rock Hill, South Carolina at Winthrop University. You're watching JomezPro with Nate Sexton, Jeremy Koling, and Paul Ulibarri.
I would say a somewhat slow start for our lead card. Some good stuff. We saw some really great shots here and there, but no one really putting together a solid round. And I think that's just by design. I think the front 9 at Winthrop is tricky. You got a lot of different shots that just hit you. Each hole is a little bit different shot shape, so it's hard to get into a rhythm. And the only person that got into a rhythm at all was really Gannon, getting 3 in a row with 6, 7, and 8. But we're seeing some other scores out there. Ezra Aderhold's doing some good stuff. Nico LaCastro, 2009 U.S. champion, is up our leaderboard. And just a slew of other people. Opportunities are being presented right now with our lead card, not necessarily walking away with it.
Starting with this one, par 4, 549 if you go the fairway route. If you go right at it, it's about, I'd say 480 to get to the pin.
Yep.
Tailwind today, so I think we got a bunch of green light goes.
You think all 4?
I think so. I think they got the distance. Won't be
surprised if
shocked.
Isaac lays it up, but today's a good day for him to go for it.
And I think Isaac's shot shape is perfect for this.
I agree.
Yeah.
I guess the only fear with AB is going too far.
Uh-huh.
Which that's
just perfect.
That's perfect, yeah.
Yeah. Too easy. I rarely ever go for this one. Oh, Drew, look at this. He's looking left.
That surprises me.
Me too.
But I rarely ever go for it, and I went for it today. It just felt like this is the play today. It felt like it was a par 3.
Yeah. Yeah, my decision making on this one is if it's a tailwind, you go.
Getting a little bit more height, a little bit more flex, a little bit more close. Awesome.
Isaac, is that a driver?
No, he's looking left as well.
So surprising to me. Like, I know he's so consistent that he's just going to put this one probably right where he wants, but I feel like he has that same consistency with his driver.
Matty O was on my car today. He said, Nick Saban says you have to go 3 down on this hole. So for Nick Saban, you got to play the shot that gets you 3 under for the event. Drew Gibson almost gets 2 under on the hole with that shot.
Not the putt you want for birdie.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was a different win from maybe a crosswind or something.
That'll do.
Yeah. They're just dangling 2 birds right in your face on the tee pad.
Drew,
there you go.
Solid effort there.
Good decision.
Farther away for the birdie than AB and Gannon are for their eagles, but still a very solid delivery. And 4 under through the last 3 holes now for AB, who was just even par. Few short holes ago. Gannon now 5 under in the last 5.
Yeah, only 1 back of Ezra up there. 14 under. But he's through 11 holes, so they can get right on pace if they get the bird on hole 11.
I think he must have made bogey there too. As if I recall, he was
at 15.
He had made it to 15.
Uh-huh. Bigger.
Sexier.
Barrier.
So many berries. Hole 11, par 4, 734. Everywhere you see a little bit longer grass is hazard. So that little circle, hazard, left side, hazard, right side, hazard, left side, hazard, right side, hazard, left side, hazard, right side, hazard, left side, hazard.
Yeah.
It kind of snakes its way down. So you got to pick your spots. I think the best shot you can throw, righty backhand, 440-ish.
Yeah, I think it's like, 440 to 470.
Something like that. It's going to swing you down on the low side.
Kind of like this. I think this should be the right weight. It's going to be close.
Oh, no. I think that's safe. Cross the line.
Oh, my gosh. It barely is. It barely crossed the line.
So 20 feet farther than that is the perfect shot. Because then you can see the ground all the way forward to the basket. This one gives a lot of blind approach shots in a way because you're up high right. You can't see the undulations. You can't see the hazard area that you're trying to miss.
This is more of the flatness that I think AB was hoping for. Never mind, what am I talking about? The same thing, but hazard. It looked like he put a little bit more behind that.
Listen, Gannon's a wild card. You can't guess with this dude. I tried. Nope. Bad idea.
It's so hard to judge how much how much effort he's really putting into it.
What?
Did that catch early hill? It did. High hill hazard for Drew Gibson.
He's got kind of a perfect card right now as far as no red.
A little bit of extension from the Anheuser. I'm liking this one best.
See, throw this one on hole 10, buddy.
Yeah.
You know? Like that shape?
Yeah.
Hole 10.
He's proven he's got the distance. I mean, we've seen it for the last 3 months. This is going to be heading left. Needs to avoid a second hazard.
Yeah, this is hot.
Gonna find it. And he'll have a putt from 38 feet for the bogey.
Yeah, the good thing about throwing so much distance is he can go slow putter into the green, and that's a pretty good result.
Yeah, it was probably about a 320-foot approach shot for Gannon. It's right about 300 when you're just a couple feet in bounds.
Gonna hit high on the hill. Just don't roll.
And that will be another birdie for Anthony Barela, who's really starting to put it together.
Nice. Good distance control.
I like to see Isaac adding that forehand, developing trust with it around the out of bounds. It's like he could certainly throw that turnover putter to that same spot, but, everybody's trying to get that edge, find another way to score just that little bit lower. I think for Isaac, a clear way to do that, building some confidence in that forehand.
If you threw backhand like him, would you ever throw forehand on some holes?
I mean, probably. If he's doing it, I'd probably do it.
No, I'm saying like you trade your sidearm for his backhand.
Deal. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Calvin, OB after a great drive, and he's going to have to rethrow. Deal. Sounds good. I'll take it.
Fastest deal ever made. Right there, guys. So Calvin.
He's going to go back to the drop zone. He's going backwards.
Practiced from here, probably.
Yeah, sure. One of the few times you're going to see somebody go back. No.
Oh, no.
Calvin. Oh. And that's why this is the fastest triple, fastest quadruple you can take in disc golf.
I mean, It hangs in the balance right now. Third best disc for this shot. Because he's already thrown 2 out of bounds. Gets this one on the fringe and bounces in.
Okay. Oh, hate to see it.
Look at that drive.
That's
awful.
That
That's
shot
awful.
really is.
Yeah.
That
Man.
got away from him in a huge way. The drive was great.
too far down the hill to feel comfortable with the hyzer approach, so going with the forehand in. This needs to slow down.
No,
This
I
needs to
feel
slow
like
down. Okay.
that's a fine angle for the backhand, but he likes the sidearm, goes around.
Sure. For the triple bogey, and it's going to be a quad.
You know, and that's when you stop and you think,
Ugh.
if I just played this for par my whole life. Oh, man.
Ooh.
Not my whole life, but, you know,
Yeah.
the last couple tournaments, I'm gaining strokes on my score.
Because you're going to have to make a lot of birdies to erase a quad.
Yep. You're going to have to get it.
I'll never make enough
And-
birdies on this hole to
and
erase
this year
the
you're gonna have to
quads
get
I've
it
taken, like,
Every
ever.
time, and then once next year, just to get back to even. I mean, that is just a dangerous hole. It's a dangerous... But they throw it so far.
We're about to see some of that.
Yeah,
Once
that
this
it's
group
so
gets here,
enticing.
you're going to get to a place. I mean, if Anthony and Gannon throw it the way they want to, if Drew throws it the way he wants to, even Isaac, you're going to see them on that upslope on the far side. And I mean, you can't lay it up from there. If you have the ability to throw it into that hillside, that landing zone is huge. It's just 550 feet away. So you can make them pretty big at 550. It still doesn't help me that much.
Yep.
You know, but if you can get there, fantastic.
I just think that in practice, you have to say at a certain point, this is where I don't go for it. If you do want to get aggressive, you got to have that spot.
Look at this thing. I bet you this is just going to rock it.
It's low, too.
Oh, it's turning too. My gosh. Oh,
Yeah, on the
oh
upslope.
boy.
Yeah, you're like, what is he? What's he going to be? Like 290, 280 to the basket?
Less. Yeah, less than that. That was obliterated.
This is a little bit
This is
drifty.
leaking.
It needs to get inbounds, and it's
not
not.
gonna- Oh my gosh, Anthony's drive. Holy moly, guys.
I mean, this dude might match it. He looked like he kind of slow swung that.
It's going to be where you said, though, I think, on the other side of that.
It's going to be about dry. Well, it's going to be really close to the dry.
Oh,
Oh, he
man.
stayed safe.
Maybe he just does it differently, I think. I mean, he looked like Gannon threw that pretty hard.
You thought?
150 feet
Jeez.
short of
I'm just staring at the camera. It's like
450 feet
it's the
short
Where's
of
Waldo
80.
of disc golf tournaments now. Just got to find
Yeah.
Schlebach looking in the camera.
Yeah, he's way short of AB, but I don't know that he didn't try to put turn.
No.
You know, where AB's like, I love the turn play. Like you could push
Yep.
that thing right,
Yep.
swing back and have the upslope catch you.
That's a good shot. Just lay it up there, yeah. Putter in, get out of dodge, grab a quick 4 on Calvin, which is impossible. You know?
Yeah, take him if you can get him.
Where is this Dodge place, and why was it so shady? Everyone wanted to get out of there. Like, what's...
You're lucky that you don't know.
Okay.
You know,
Gannon.
beautiful shot.
Just the one bogey back on hole 3, and everything else has been pretty good for Gannon.
Isaac, critical save, and he has done so well from the drop zone there.
I mean, just a foot of hitting that rock and it just almost being a tournament ender, you know?
Sure. Maybe soft hyzer.
Oh my goodness, just
No way.
don't do it. Don't.
There
do
is
it.
OB
Don't
back
do it.
here.
Don't
Don't
do it.
Wow.
Oh.
I mean, terrible roll, but could have been worse.
Yeah, I'm surprised he goes with the overstable disc there. That's prone to roll, especially on the downslope behind the pin.
Bad advertisement right there. Bad advertisement. Sit down, disc. Drew with a nice little approach here. Good Good touch.
Ian's golfing. Tough double bogey on the prior hole, but other than that, he's been playing pretty well today.
Yes.
This guy's on it right now, folks.
What a birdie save. Roll away. Not a problem.
It would have been absolute heartbreak to not take away a birdie after a drive like that.
Great par save.
He threw that so soft too, you know. How close do you think he was? 260?
I'm sticking with my original guess of like 280, 290.
Okay.
But Jerm thinks it's less.
I mean, not by much. I'm with you. It's in that ballpark, but you and I have both thrown pretty big rollers in that hole, and you can get inside 250.
Sure. Anthony into the solo lead. Hole 13, par 4, 818. Over the mountain to start. Stay out of the woods on the left. Stay away from the out of bounds path on the right. Then you have this little choke point. You can see the out of bounds string line swings off to the right. So now the right side is safe territory. Best play is kind of a turning backhand that comes back for a right-hander, and then a straight fairway driver, perhaps mid-range if you're cannon arm type of guy, to try to push it up there to the green. This is a tough birdie to get.
I'm shocked to see people going this hyzer still.
It doesn't even seem like it's available, but they're finding a way.
Yeah, I mean, but it's no easier to throw than the forehand hyzer, which AB has all day to get to that same spot. It's just I feel like he's risking the limbs, but yeah, he sees something.
The forehand is infinitely easier, is it not?
It's infinitely easier, is what I'm saying. And the backhand hyzer, he's risking hitting limbs and doing all sorts of crazy things.
Sure.
I like the way this guy throws it. Yesterday, that's a
good.
lot of Anheuser, dude.
Well, it's going to be fine.
That's
isn't
great.
Is it?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, okay,
It's only barely fine. but
Yeah, I don't know. It just looked like a lot of right turn there, but no, perfect.
It's hard to overdo the right turn. You always feel like you have enough,
Yeah.
and then I feel like more often than not, you're in the woods. Players will be on the fringe of the wood line.
Drew tried to turn it over, and look where it's going. Just unable to commit to the Anheuser. It's scary to try to put enough Anheuser on it, but you really do have to hork it over there.
This is far.
This is too right.
And this is pulled.
Does it kick out? It does, but that's going to be out of bounds. Looks like another bogey coming up here for Gannon.
Yeah, kind of a big moment here for AB. He could get 2 with a good shot, and he does the same thing.
Oh,
And he gets it love.
Look at that.
That is fortunate. Wow, didn't want much. I was kind of thinking this is a tough spot. How much do you try to do with this shot? He's played that pretty conservative.
That's very conservative. Love that he just knows the height that it will still softly drift.
Catches the road, though, and that's...
A bit unfortunate.
Yeah, you get past the pin, and you got nothing, really.
He's going to have a very tricky putt coming. Not only because the trees are in the way, but also with the slope, it looks like it kind of falls away behind his back foot.
That's kind of where you would like that extra distance, you know?
Exactly. That's why
Out of the pitch out.
I just think it was just a bit too conservative for my liking, but he's playing to the spots where I'm sure he's practiced multiple approaches.
Gannon pulling it off the OB in line with the basket to get a better spot. And that's going to be
a tricky one.
That's tough.
Uh-huh. This green is diabolical.
These
man.
guys are making silly mistakes because that's no gimme where AB just threw it. That's maybe just inside the circle.
And this green is so much easier than it was last year, and it still can present problems.
Drew doesn't give it much of an effort. That's going to be another bogey, dropping him to 8. See if Isaac is able to find...
It's almost not makeable.
Yep.
I mean, maybe a bank shot in or something he's trying.
This is quite makeable. And
Yeah.
he makes it.
I was going to call that almost a must make with that mistake of a jump putt into a silly tree.
Gannon, he is seeing if it fits. Doesn't think it will.
Wow.
Wow. Clunks it in there for the bogey. That was cool.
He's pretty good at putting. Just clanks it right in.
That's a putt. Almost everybody's missing that putt that Gannon just tried.
Well, the guy's 19 feet tall, too. Like, he's stretched out as far as...
Not even hyperbole. He is actually, folks, 19 feet tall.
You know what I mean? But the length that he got to get over to the right side, nobody's really doing that. Maybe you. But
yeah, not many people, for sure. Ezra, after getting to 15 under, has had a couple bogeys and a par. And he's going to try to ace this one. Oh, my gosh, that was close. How cool.
Oh, incredible. It's been done before.
Many times. It's just funny how this sidewalk really presents the perfect height for the skip ace.
And it's so cool that it when you're coming in with that kind of spike, that the skip energy is all upwards. You know, it's like
it
tries
doesn't
to
launch
ace and
it, yeah.
it didn't even go long.
Oh,
Look
here
at
it
this
is.
thing.
Oh, boy. Every part of the basket. If you go back to the 2010 USDGC, the one that Will Schustrick won, his first one, spoiler alert, Nico had the lead going into that hole, hit the sidewalk, and it launch skipped. And that was the first year, I believe, that we played stroke and distance, and all OB on the entire course was stroke and distance. So it was brutal. He would have loved to have that straight skip that he just got, that Ezra just got.
yeah.
High hyzer is a play. Forehand out wide is a great play as well. Might see Isaac kind of go straight at it.
Yeah, mid-range perhaps from Isaac.
So we pull this one a little bit. And this time he earlies it. But that's the right mistake.
You hate it, but you also got to realize that you're not taking a stroke unless you get silly on the green.
Yesterday, Isaac threw this, and I thought it, was just going to stay turn, and then it just hit the sidewalk, and it was perfect.
Bullseye.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, kind of like,
Yeah.
that's
It
like
was
an instant replay of yesterday.
We have
wow,
to
that
show
was
yesterday's
bizarre.
drive right now.
That was incredibly the same thing.
How are we not? We should have just shown yesterday's follow fight. It's the same exact shot.
That's why we don't have to show it twice, because we
Just go back and watch
we saw it
yesterday.
already.
Yeah,
We just
all
saw
right.
it.
All right, fair enough.
That's kind of where AB hit yesterday, and his pop did that pop that he did, but kept going. Ended up in the hazard. Made the putt, though.
Is this wide enough? I think not.
Gonna need some good ground play.
Oh, it is.
Grass is a little thicker this year,
Yeah.
I think, than in years past. All around this place.
I agree.
I'm seeing stuff dig that in years past didn't dig. I think they might have put a little half-inch on the mower. Extra little half-inch. Is he running this? Yes.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
Come on, AB.
that's a mean one. Beautiful putt outside the circle. One of the scarier putts you can have on this course, aside from perhaps hole 18, hole 5.
Wow.
This one's right in that same class with a tall basket, hazard behind.
The last 9 holes has been incredible for AB, including a bogey.
Killing it. Nice.
Very well done.
Do you guys think the sidewalk on this hole is a good design element, or is it a little closer to luck? Like in a perfect world, would you like to see AstroTurf over that sidewalk to minimize the giant skip? Or is it something where it's like you need to know it's there, you need to avoid it, you need to plan for it?
I think it'd be cool if it was, like in a perfect world, it would just be a
Of
little
course.
creek.
Oh, creek.
I think it'd be kind of cool. Yeah, you got to make your decision.
Like it's OB?
Yeah, like a little creek.
Like a real creek with water in there and stuff.
Yeah, like a little creek with real water and all that kind of stuff.
That's a perfect world.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that might be perfect. With little ducks. Can there be ducks?
Yeah, it can be little ducks.
Cute ducks. Oh.
I'll ask somebody else my question.
I actually, it's funny that you asked that. It looks like Ezra does not miss the mandatory, so he's going to have to just
This
pitch
is actually really tough right now.
100%.
I think he should just putt it. This does nothing.
This does nothing for you. I'm with you.
Oh, no.
That does nothing
That
for you.
misses the Mando.
Oh, no.
That misses the Mando. And then, oh, no.
Oh, my goodness. And he went left.
It does
So
not.
this is brutal.
Yeah. This looks like a commercial.
His fifth shot is where.
And that does not much for you either.
Well, at least he's back on the hole now. Best case scenario, triple bogey. Okay.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
good shot.
Yeah.
A disaster.
Oh,
And he's already had two. He went eagle, 2 bogeys in a row.
wow.
Birdie, triple.
Wow.
He could have like an all-time round.
Yeah, man. Hate to see it. To answer your question in an honest way, Nate, I randomly was thinking it would be kind of interesting if there was some AstroTurf on this, right where the discs start to hyzer. So I think that since we both had that thought, it must be the solution in the future.
It makes the hole easier, certainly.
Goldfish.
I'm back on board. Creek with goldfish and ducks. That's the final answer. Hole 15, triple mandatory. Get through here, get enough distance to pass around the foliage, and then get yourself a chance to turn the corner, go 90 degrees left into one of the stranger, darker, creepier greens in the sport of disc golf.
Right. That is right. Look at that. That is kind of creepy. Not gonna lie.
You see how the camera can see the basket? That's in that 1% of the spots in the green where you actually have a clean look. Everywhere else, you got to straddle out.
Important shot for these guys. You get tense. This can get a small gap. This is
Yeah.
Okay, past the sidewalk or that little walking path is absurd.
Market birdie.
You can't really.
He could definitely run into trouble from there if he shanks, but you could hardly outdo that drive.
I don't think you've. Are you kidding me that deflected back into perfection?
Did it hit
I-
bushes on the left or did it flip?
I think it flipped.
Did it flip?
Yeah, that was just a flip.
Okay, it looked like it was certainly heading towards those trees. I missed it.
Turnovers through here.
Isaac.
That's crazy. This could even be better. No, not quite as far as AB's. I don't think I've ever seen a better drive than AB's right there.
Jeez, no pressure, Drew. Everybody just filleted it.
Well, he has been the self-proclaimed backhand daddy, so he better get through this gap.
Yeah. Very good shot. Perfect spot. He's going to have a tricky... Well, this is tricky.
I think he put himself here on purpose because he likes the gaps.
I like him hitting that gap. I like his odds. That's so good from there. I mean, that's a tough little par 3 anywhere in the world.
Sure.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oof.
Just got away from him there. I thought it was beyond that. I was wrong.
very, very nice.
Hole's nearly over with drives like that. It's just... this is crazy.
Oh, yeah, Nate did say that, kind of.
And the width.
I like the width. Stay away from those trees. There's a lot. It's a lot more open on the left side than kind of getting baited into going right at it. 2 Guardians. Well, if you hit one of them, you got a 30-footer. That's a great shot, really.
Mhm.
Little spin putt.
Let's see what Isaac has left on his putt. He's got to straddle a little bit off to that right side. And no problem. Isaac's keeping it clean today. 14 under in 4th place.
I mean, you think about the season and the people who, you think about the big wins. AB, Gannon,
Yeah.
Isaac.
Mm-hmm. That explains a lot of it right there.
Yep.
This guy is doing some really cool stuff these last 2 days. Vino is really hitting stride. It's been pretty awesome to watch.
Good to see.
Yes, it is.
That guy has a lot of fans. A lot of fans.
And to switch sponsors mid-season and to be able to pick up and run with it and really hit stride right now, it's impressive. That's off to him.
Hole 16, par 3, 391, slightly downhill with hazard rules all around the fairway. Backhand right up the middle, Vino style tends to be a pretty great option for sliding one up there close. You can take a big forehand wide, or perhaps flex forehand down the middle.
Saw Gannon go with the sidearm. I wonder, since he landed so short and in the hazard, if he's going to go down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were wondering that yesterday. I am curious. Thanks for reminding me about that.
Welcome.
AB turning over the Luna.
Sit.
Does it find safe ground? It does not.
I was about to say, fortunate to sneak through those trees. Any one of those could kick you in the hazard. Turns out you can get there all on your own.
Isaac also going turnover.
Getting flippy on him.
It's a tree. Stay safe.
There's your answer, folks.
High IQ, this guy.
That's.
I mean, yeah, do that.
That's just so good.
Like, why are you trying?
That's what we expected it
Yeah,
to
what
look
are you
like,
doing?
right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what we thought yesterday. Like, how hard could that mid-range shot be for him? I've seen too many good throws. Flattening up nice.
I like it.
Stay straight. Sit down.
Really good shots here.
Weird putts for Drew and Gannon coming up. But good drives. And AB's got a par look coming from out of bounds. Or from actually hazard.
Been putting pretty good as of late.
Wow. Today has been stellar putting for Anthony Barela.
Yeah, that one miss on maybe 4. Yeah, 4.
Yeah, uh-huh.
From about the same distance. Other than that, he's been vacuum cleaner.
Drew makes good.
Drew's been hanging in there today. Double bogey and bogey, but other than that, clean scorecard all the way across. If
Yeah.
you can limit it to under 3 bogeys, I think you got a pretty good shot of playing well out here.
Yeah, he's clearly fallen off the pace of
Yeah.
the leaders, but he's not shot himself out of the tournament.
No.
I mean, he's still going to stay, likely, if he can hang on 17 and 18, he's still going to stay well inside our top 20.
Which from Monday qualifying, I think you'll take it.
Back to another check-in here with Nico on 18. He's currently 14 under. Tied for second place. And getting the skip
Wow.
down the hill.
That really worked its way down the hill, that Nico flex line, because he played it really wide. But that shows you with the overstable disc, the reward waiting for you if you can throw that shot. Look at the cool shadow on the tree of the basket.
That is cool.
Nicely done.
What a round.
10 under. And this is a guy, 36 years old, made it into the showcase for the distance competition this week.
Did he really?
Threw it like 620 something feet. So
That's cool.
Still got it.
so he, like I said, he figures his putt out. He has the distance to compete with these guys.
I was throwing the distance showcase with him back in 2012. Just to kind of show the longevity there for Nico and
He's
his
been
power.
there. He's been there a lot longer than that.
Yeah. Just, it's, yeah. You don't think of Nico as the distance power guy, but he's
Sure,
got it.
Sure.
This wins the award for closest basket to an OB line in the history of a major championship.
What do you think it is? Like 2 feet?
2.5 feet. Yeah, I don't know. Something like that. Gannon didn't like it, I don't think, but hangs on. Now he has the death putt.
was wondering with Drew. Got both options. Goes with the sidearm. I like it.
Committed?
Yeah, to the fat part.
Ooh. Sit
Good.
down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Good pop on the roll.
Do exactly what it's doing.
Yeah, great shot there.
Great touch.
No wind at all. This is going where you throw it. I am surprised with this play.
Oh, this is scaring me. Oh, boy.
Perfect. I am scared of this. I'm wondering coming into the final day if he's going to be able to trust that, you know, if he finds himself in contention.
Well, final day, back to the left side pin. A little bit more advantage, perhaps, of the backhand putter if he feels like he wants to go that way.
But that's what I'm saying. You're throwing sidearm now.
Sure. I'm with you.
That bucket's so big for that guy.
Yeah.
One of the all-time putts in the history of the sport, Gannon, in that classic battle against Niklas Antala a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Hits that 60-footer on this hole back in the A position.
I mean, in his short career, I'd already put him top 4 putters I've ever seen, ever.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. Very short career. And by the end of it, if he keeps on this streak, he will be the best putter ever that we've ever seen.
Right. Well, that's a difficult thing to do for a long time. You know, we all go through different putting mental breakdowns, and it's maintaining.
Keeps getting better.
He keeps getting better, and he's still young, so he's going to keep getting better for a while. How long will that resume continue to improve? We'll see. I don't doubt it will continue to get better for a long, long time. Look what Calvin's backed up that quadruple bogey with.
Oh, my goodness.
Why is this guy so resilient? I mean, goodness.
Doesn't let it affect him. Couple mistakes. I'll get the last 5. That's crazy.
It's
Get the
unbelievable.
last 5.
Oh, my gosh.
Ooh.
Can you imagine?
Vino having a great back 9 again.
Yep. Just getting 8 birdies in the back 9 and shooting 4 under. That's what Calvin's faced with right now. It makes that putt.
Scary putt there.
Yeah,
Especially with his new stroke.
You think it's scarier with the new? I feel like the old is scarier.
I mean, whenever you have your first death putt with a new stroke, like, oh, I'm going to send this higher
Yeah.
than the raised basket already.
Definitely start to think, maybe I should just do one more of my old putt.
Yeah, zoom it one more time at this thing.
This is my last one, I promise.
That
Great
is
one from Ezra.
That's a good feeling after that disaster back on 15.
Curious. Yeah, he's going with it.
Wow.
Easy.
What a putt.
This guy's figured something out, man.
Yeah, to keep doing that. Kind of like reminds me of like a higher arching, like Ricky
Cop?
putt.
Sure.
You know?
I was getting kind of like obviously it's not straddle delivery, but sort of a Steve Brinster flick path.
Yeah. Or Barsby almost.
Yeah.
What a back 9 for Calvin. What
That's
a weird
crazy.
back 9. My goodness.
Yeah, like he's tied with Ezra now. That's kind of crazy.
That is so wild, man. And hits that rock coming into the green on that shot from the drop zone. Anthony Barela, he's still the man. 1 shot advantage right now over Gannon Buhr heading into the final hole of the second round.
Yeah, we didn't see those guys' tee shots, but you're trying to throw it around those green little whiskers right there. If you can throw it anywhere in there or farther, you're looking good. The trick is coming up the hill and getting the right weight on the disc, which means hyzering left, but not too much hyzer because there's a cliff behind it. Not too short because there's out of bounds. Not too straight because there's out of bounds deep.
And not too safe because there's out of bounds up there too.
Yeah,
If you
short
try
left.
to start think about playing, I'll just hang it up right. It's okay. It doesn't really make it very easy to chip this hole up.
Okay, so that finds the Nate Doss proclaimed thumbprint.
I like the angle.
Yeah, skipping up the hill is nice for the forehand. As long as you don't take a big skip up the hill, just a little soft one, you're generally going to land nice and steady on that hillside.
Going with the flippier mid-range, doesn't matter. Flight path. Perfect.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow, Drew really trusting that one with a lot of turn right to the spot. It was a great shot. That's essentially landing within a 5-foot radius of his intention.
A little bit of Anheuser. You like that?
That's just a great shot. That is just
20 feet, maybe?
great shot.
Yeah, you'll take that every time.
Blunt disc here. Gonna go low. I can't imagine this gets far enough. Yeah, okay. I think you more often would see guys going perhaps fairway, overstable mid.
It looks like a layup.
Yeah, it might have been, you think, with a lot of
I don't
speed,
know.
but you kind of want to embrace the skip down the hill, I feel like.
Like that.
Overstable approaches do very well on hole 18. As long as you get the height right, put it up the hill. Generally, you're not going to go too overstable where it rolls down the hill. Every once in a while it happens, but for the most part, it's the right play.
Watch out for that branch. Wow. I think that came close.
Yeah.
That was so good. Just perfectly spun. A little nervous on that first out of the hand, but the result. This is not easy here.
Well done.
Yeah.
Get a little too cute, you can hit those early trees on the corner and stay out of bounds.
For 10 under par.
Oh, sit.
Oh, wow.
A surprising miss on a great putting day for Anthony.
Splashes right side.
It's going to give Gannon the opportunity to tie things up.
Oh, it's tied. Gannon's parked. Isaac's going to stay in the mix. Nothing too special from Isaac today, but just kind of,
Bogey free though, yeah?
just kind of
Yeah.
stuck around and,
Played really great.
Yeah.
Just workmanlike.
Yep. It's nice that a mistake-free round at Winthrop is a great round at Winthrop. And a rare round at Winthrop as well. Gannon, even with 2 bogeys, is going to turn in an 11 under, including birdieing the final 5, 6 out of the last 7 holes.
yeah, let's look at these scores.
Very Gannon-like is what that is.
Yeah, Isaac bogey free. Gotta like that.
Yep.
All right, looking at the leaderboard, I'm going to ask you guys. We see Nico jumping in the mix. We got Isaac, Anthony, Gannon. Tell me about the differences in these guys.
Age. We've got 3 young guys and Nico Castro. Got the guy who won this thing when these guys were, what, the 3 to 6 years old? Like,
you think that could be an advantage?
I don't know if it's an advantage or not, but it certainly is cool.
I don't think it is just because, you know, Gannon Berg, sure, he's 19, but he's already a U.S. champion. I just don't think you're not going to play the experience card on him.
Yeah. Even though you got to win too. Here.
Sure, and I'm not counting Nico out by any stretch, but advantage of experience, I don't know. I think Gannon has piled up the experience.
Right.
In his relatively short run at the top of the game.
Few players in the history of the sport. He's 19. Few players in the history of the sport have as much experience than Gannon has already acquired.
Right.
That's a pretty crazy thing to think about.
Yeah.
At the very, and I mean, what you mean by that is experience in the heat of it. In putts
Yes.
that are
In
the
significant
tournaments
events.
hanging in the balance.
Yes, by being on league card and big events, he's already got a lifetime of experience, and he's 19. So
Right.
it's going to be awesome, though. We got the new guard versus the old guard tomorrow. Moving day, Saturday, major championship. See y'all there.